Hey, good evening, everyone. Come on, Miss Kitty. Nope. She'll jump up. Or now, maybe. Yep. She jumped up. Sometimes she'll come when I open the gate. Other times she'll jump up. There's Esther. There's the little rooster that loves to get on my shoulder. Well, here's some chickens. Lady Jane. Water. I just saw that, that's Chico. A few minutes ago, I saw that hen that's been sitting on those eggs. She was out running around. Oh, you're back. You're back. No babies yet. Oh. Oh, you still got water and it's still clean. Well, let me go over here. I know I haven't done a video in a good while. I'll try to tell you about the heart procedure, but you know Esther. So I went in Tuesday morning to the heart hospital. I was there about 9:15 in the morning and got registered. I think I'm gonna have to move. Where can I go? Where could I go? Let's see. Some kitties. She's waiting to eat. Let's go over here and I'll talk to you. Almost dropped the phone. So yeah, my pastor's son came. Well, Tuesday early morning, like about 7, I took Sadie over to my friend's house, just in case I was gonna have to stay the night in the hospital. Then my pastor's son came. I forgot what time, but we got down in Plano at the heart hospital for 9:15, which was early enough. Got registered. Waited just a few minutes before they took him and I into this room, you know, for me to sign papers and all that. And he came in because he was my emergency contact. He was going to, once the procedure was done, the hospital was going to call or text him, and then he was going to notify other people. So after that, they took me up to a room, and he came up there, waited for a while, and then they came in and did vitals and got an IV started, which I thank God for that, because one thing I had the church specifically pray for was that they would have no trouble finding a vein to do the IV. I don't have very good veins, and usually they stick me all over trying to get a vein. Well, that technician, soon his first try, he found a vein in my left hand to get the IV going, and I said, oh, hallelujah. And the nurse said, well, he's our best IV technician. I said, he may be, but I'll tell you, my prayers have something to do with it. And waited there a little while longer. Thank God also, my pastor's son only lives about 7 minutes from the heart hospital, so he was able to come and go because he had things to do at home too with his family. And waited there for a little while. We visited and all that. Nurse kept coming in to check the vitals. And then they took me up to the floor where I was going to have the procedure. And up there, I waited about an hour and 15 minutes. And my pastor's son could have come up with me, but I said, if you got to go home or want to go home, go. And so he did. And then I forgot what time they took me in for the surgery. But everything went well. Some of you have probably had this heart catheter thing done before, and you know that they didn't knock me out. They rub a little bit of numbing solution on my wrist. That's the other thing I want to thank God for. They were able to go through my wrist and not my groin. So they went through my right wrist, and I was awake, and surgeon was talking to me, and I could hear everything, and I could feel the wire go through my wrist and up my arm and across my chest to my heart. And I could feel when they put the other wire with the balloon. It wasn't painful though, it was just some pressure. But before they did anything, well, I got one stent put in, but before they put the stent in, that surgeon really took his time looking around with that camera. They took 32 pictures of my heart and arteries in all different directions. And the surgeon even apologized to me when he was looking at everything, said, the reason why I'm taking my time is I don't want to put you through more than what you have to go through. And then he called in another doctor, and they both were discussing things. And then he came over and he says, I just want to be sure, because I have so many patients that often need a biopsy and they just don't, a bypass, and they just don't want it. They'll just say, I'm just gonna live this way. And I want to know for sure, if you need it, are you willing to have it? How do you feel about it? And I said, I feel like I've prayed, the church is praying, and I feel like God's gonna help you to know what to do. And if you look and come over to me and say that I need to have the bypass, then I'm all for it, because I've put you in God's hands. And he was very thankful. So they got to looking around more. Then he says, you really only need one stent instead of 3. And we're gonna put the stent in the widowmaker artery because that one has the most blockage. Your other 2 arteries that have blockage, they can wait on having a stent. Plus, I've been on the daily aspirin, I guess about 2 or 3 weeks now. So he said, continue with that. And then he's prescribing a blood thinner medication twice a day and the cholesterol pill at night. He said, taking all of that will really help my blood to get through those other 2 arteries that have plaque. And he said he has seen in some cases where the medicine has even helped to really get rid of some of the plaque in some cases. So he says, you don't need to have those 2 stents. And then my left upper ventricle of my heart that has blockage, and that's the one that my cardiologist saw on the scan, felt it was critical that I have a bypass. Well, this surgeon looked at it and said that has issues, but I could go another 4 or 5 years without having to have bypass. And so again, why put my body through all of that right now? Was I comfortable with just having the one stent in the widowmaker artery? And I said, well, like I told you, I'm trusting God and I'm able to trust you. And so that's what they did. Now, the artery scan I had a couple weeks ago is one of the best scans to have. I wish I could remember the full name of it, but I had talked about it in a video before. It's the best scan to have to show your heart and all your arteries. However, it's a scan. It's not the same as when they get in you with the camera through the catheter. They're able to get close up and look and listen to the blood flow and really watch the blood vessels and all that. And so that is just great that they're able to do that, you know. And I came home Tuesday night, the same day as the procedure. I came home about 7:45. And I slept real good. Sadie was still at my friend's. And Wednesday morning, oh, I woke up with so much energy that I got out and cleaned the chicken coop and did some work in the chicken yard. Did a little more sorting out things in the trailer. Went and did groceries. Went and picked up Sadie and visited there for a little while. Then came home. But by the evening, I was having heart palpitations and I felt so worn out. So Wednesday, I really overdid it. Thursday and yesterday, my body just made me rest. Thursday, I slept most of the day, and I felt so bad about that because that's not me, but my body wouldn't stay awake, and my blood sugar was okay. It was just I did too much on Wednesday. And yesterday, I took several naps, and so today, the only thing I did was go out to get a few more groceries. I can only get a few at a time because I'm still not supposed to lift more than 5 pounds. And then the rest of the day I've taken it easy. I'm planning to go to church tomorrow, so I'm saving my strength for that. I did have some shortness of breath when I was in Aldi's, but I think it's because of this humidity. Today it's very humid. And also, I was beginning to feel like I was coming down with a head cold from the hospital. Even though I was there just one day, I have a very weak immune system as it is, so it's easy for me to pick up things. And yesterday, my pastor's wife had delivered several bottles of sugar-free Propel water, and then a box of emergency vitamin C packets for me to put in regular bottled water. I had those all day yesterday and all day today, and I can feel a difference as far as what I was feeling like coming down with the head cold. I'm still battling allergies, but the Lord's brought me this far. It's going to bring me through. I've not crocheted because after they did the procedure and then took the catheter out of my wrist, they put a clear vacuum seal on my wrist, kind of like saran wrap, but thicker and really tight to clot that artery in my wrist. And then the nurse had to come in every 15 minutes with a syringe just to take a little bit of air out of that vacuum wrap. I think he came in about 4 times. And every time he came in and took some air out, he'd check for bleeding. Never did I bleed. And so the last time he took the air out and there was no blood and my vitals were fine, I was able to get discharged. So things could have been so much different. I could have ended up with 3 stents and a bypass, but I feel like God intervened and God gave that surgeon wisdom. He has 5-star reviews, and he's been a cardiovascular surgeon 20 years or just over 20 years. He is so nice, kind, compassionate, but no nonsense. He warned me, you cannot miss a dose of the blood thinner medication I'm prescribing for you to take twice a day. You can't miss a dose. You'll put yourself in a heart attack because now your heart has metal. That stent is metal, and you need to have that that blood thinner pill twice a day, in the morning and at night. And warned me also to take it easy. He would have had a fit if he knew all that I did Wednesday. Very, very kind doctor. I'm so thankful for him. I'm thankful for all of you that have checked in, that have left comments on other videos that I was trying to get done before this procedure. And I did want to get a video update out before today, but I'm just now really getting a chance to. Look at that leghorn got out of my chicken yard. I'll show you. Oh, she knows she's not supposed to be out. See that little patch there? She takes dust baths in here. Now over here, I guess a month or two ago, I did plant some pumpkin seeds, but I keep forgetting to water this area. I want some pumpkins for those chickens come the fall, which is soon. I keep forgetting to water it. Now she thinks I'm gonna chase after her. I'm not. She'll get back in there. So I'm gonna go back in the house, drink some more water. I think I'll make a hot cup of green tea too. I saw that I had 2 green tea bags left, and I didn't think when I was out to buy any more. One is just plain green tea, and the other one is green tea with lemon. So I think I'll make a cup of the green tea with lemon. Such a pretty cat. So thanks again. And also thank you for just sticking by waiting to hear back from me. I've popped in a couple lives. I just haven't stayed in them, but I let people know that I was there. That rooster, so friendly. It will, oh, I gotta get her some food. She's hungry, following me around. Come on. All right, I'll talk to you later.